Yo, welcome back to the Royal Purple Alchemist. Uh, Welcome to my castle. I am grateful that you guys are tuning in today. For I have a very important message. It's been a while since I've been on here. Try to stay consistent, but um, it's a life lesson. I'm learning the importance of being consistent and working on your purpose every single day in one form or another. So whenever you guys don't see me making videos, just know that I'm out doing something else that's helping me become better so that when I come back to the screen, I have something special for you guys. So I'm just burning some sage right now just to clear my thoughts, clear the atmosphere, and purify the atmosphere, must I say. And that's what today's subject is about: how to live a more pure lifestyle, more purposeful lifestyle, a more progressive lifestyle, to where you're able to hit roadblocks, continue to keep pushing, almost as if nothing ever happened. So, um, wrote some notes here. I'm still learning how to just speak straight, directly from my mind. So I write a couple notes because I want to make sure I get this information to you guys. It's very profound, very enlightening. You know, most of my things that come to me are channeled. That's just my gift. I'm able to receive things in the spirit and to see it in fruition once I see it, which affirms it, you know. And a lot of this stuff, it's nothing I read then go speak about. A lot of times, if I speak about it and then you can go read information, look in the Bible or look in these certain scripts, and you will see that what I'm saying is true. So with that being said, never take anything I say as the truth. Do your own research, do your own experiences. So yeah. So today we're talking about living a pure, purposeful life. What does it mean to be pure? To be void of negative emotions, or rather, dealing with negative emotions so that we maintain our positive ones. It's safe to say it's impossible to completely stop negative emotions from arising forever, as well as always monitoring positive emotions forever. You're gonna always have things that come into your life that makes you feel down, angry, upset. You can't stop that. You know, that's just part of life. And you can't always stay in a mindset of love and happiness and peace. Just part of life. Everything comes and it goes. So I ask again, what does it mean to be pure? Balance. Balance is pureness. It is what holds everything in this universe together. The sun, the moon, the man, the woman, air, earth, fire, water. Tell me, how well do you think life would be if you only had half of these elements and not the other? If there was just man on the planet and no woman. If there was just the sun and no moon. If there was just water, no fire. If there was just air and no earth. I don't think things will work out too well, not in my belief. So, therefore, we should be as grateful for negative emotions as we are of positive emotions. Most of our traumas are stuck with us because of our unbalanced perception. We only look at what was so terrible about the experience without looking for what was so positive about the experience. What was it about that situation that helped us avoid pain in the experience we had after that event? As life went on, what was it about that situation that may have helped us avoid going through that hurt again, or giving us strength to deal with another situation? A trauma is a certain event that has been lodged into the deeper parts of our minds. Because it had been so because it has been lodged so deep into our mind, it continues to replay itself out in our life experiences. How many of y'all have dealt with certain sexual traumas, and this sexual trauma continue to play itself out in your life? How many of us have dealt with, you know, financial trauma, and that same trauma is with you today, or that same fear is with you today? You still feel the same way about money as you felt at the time that bad experience with money happened. But before that bad experience happened, you didn't feel that way about money. So what happens? That just changed your perception all of a sudden. What happened with that, that sexual experience, that that particular sexual experience that changed the way you look at sex? Or it was a family trauma, like me, for instance. I was critiqued a lot as a child. That was my trauma. I grew up always critiquing myself. To this day, I was critiqued like every single day. Like everything I did. If I was eating, it's like, why are you holding your hand like that? Why do you have the fork like that? If I was dressed a certain way, why didn't you put on the other color shirt? Why your pants fitting like that? You know, and this went on for years. And as I left from that environment, continued to go out in life, and realized I was very critical of myself. I also dealt with the trauma of not feeling like I was heard. So throughout school and throughout my lifetime, whenever I'm associating with somebody, I never spoke much about myself. I would just listen. It would appease them. It would appease them. They was like, "Wow, you know, you're such a great listener." And they would just begin to continue talking, not taking the time to, you know, or not seemed me interested and want to hear about what I had to say. And that's just two of the many traumas I've been through. You know, I'm still working through those things today, and it takes it takes a toll on your life. We all going through traumas or have went through traumas, and those things just continue to replay in life, such as I'm always feeling like I'm surrounded by people who don't want to take the time out to hear what I have to say. I'm always feeling like I'm being critiqued. So yeah, those things just continuously go on and on. But I want to finish what I wrote down first, and then we'll come back and speak on these things. So a trauma is a certain event that has been lodged into the deeper parts of our mind. That because it's lodged there, it continues to attract similar events in our life experiences. Anything that you deem as an unfortunate event continuously will be lodged into our brain and replay itself out through our life. You must balance the thought of the event being unfortunate with the final thought of it being a blessing. But knowing it was a good reason you went through that event for whatever reason. Maybe to help someone else, to just, you know, speak about it as if I'm doing right now, you know. Once you fully accept that traumatic event as something to be grateful for, along with acting out your gratitude during the work, it will become unlodged and it will stop replaying itself out in your life. So the lesson here is to accept all things with gratitude because all things are a part of your journey. Shall I get the end? These traumas only are they became traumas only because we continuously looked at these things as as unfortunate experiences, things that didn't serve us. You know, just thinking that it was just such a terrible experience. But you never took the time out to try to recognize what was so great about this experience. What part of this experience gave me strength? What part of this experience gave me peace? Yeah, maybe of course I didn't have peace at that moment that I was going through that thing, but what parts of my life that I had after that experience that because I've had that experience helped me at that moment. For instance, you know, me being a great listener, you know, me not speaking so much about myself. You know, it helped me to remain humble and to not be one of those people who just brag about themselves all the time and seem arrogant, you know, and just self-centered. because no one wants to really be around a self-centered person, or shall I say self-centered people. Doesn't really serve much benefit. You know. What else I said I went through? Oh, being critiqued. You know, the good thing about being critiqued is it helped me to, whenever I did something, including a job, say every job I go to, this is facts, every job I go to, you know, I am usually put in like a management position. Maybe not in the office, but on the floor. Whenever, you know, the managers or anybody needs something done, they trust that I would do it in a timely manner and very efficiently. But why is that? Could part of me being critiqued so much in my life be the reason that I'm such a great worker? I'm such a great servant to those who are around me? Of course. Of course, it played a part. So if I go back to those traumas and see how they helped me, and to be grateful how they helped me, and put in the work to show, to affirm to myself how these things helped me, eventually it will no longer be a trauma. And these things will no longer play out as negative experience in my life, more so as beneficial experiences. You know, we have to be grateful for all things because we are here on earth to complete a mission. Who knows exactly what that mission is? So this particular situation that you deem unfortunate can be part of your mission. While you rejecting the mission, I got your message. I'm on live. That's why I didn't text back yet. So these things could be a part of your mission. Excuse me. That's why you have to accept everything that comes to you with gratitude. Cause like someone once told me this, and I've said it many times, that the more you are grateful for, the more God will give you to be grateful for. The more things you are ungrateful for, the more things God will give you to be ungrateful for. And a lot of times, the things that we don't accept in our life continues to replay itself out until we accept it. You know, blocking you from having so many other experiences, blocking you from having so many other joys in life. Accept everything with gratitude, people. Balance. Balance is the key. You know, now whenever I'm upset, angry, or aggravated, I use that energy, that strong energy, to go and complete something that I've been wanting to complete for a while, but just didn't feel like I had the motivation. That's all it is. That's all anger, fear, anxiety, all those things. They're just forms of energy. Strong energy. Think about when you get ready to kick down the door, or say you have to save somebody. The house is on fire. Are you just gonna tap the door with your foot, or are you gonna build up that toughness, that hardness, that anger, and to be able to kick that door down? I don't think you're just gonna tap on the door. And once you understand that everything in life consists of energy, you will begin to understand that things aren't as hard as we deem them to be. That life is very precious, you know. Try it. Try when you get angry or frustrated to, with somebody else to work on a project or event that you've been putting off for a long time. Be grateful for everything, man. And I tell you, just once when anything happen now, if I have a flat tire, anything, I tell God thank you. Because it could have been worse. It could have been much worse. Something could have happened to my car. Something could have happened to physically harm me. Something could have happened to physically harm that other person. But that experience at that moment was just a flat tire. So I'm grateful that it could be anything else. And that's gratitude is a certain energy. It's just like you smooth that experience out at that moment. But if you are angry and upset, that's a lot of power you putting into a negative, or that's a lot of power you putting into such an event to prolong that event. That's all you're doing when you're not accepting the things you're going through. You're prolonging. It's just like people who work on assembly line at a factory or somewhere. You gotta expect each part. You gotta accept each part. Each part gotta come to you. You gotta look at it. You gotta observe each part. You gotta pick it up. You gotta, really analyze it. If you don't analyze that part, how do you know if it's a default part or not? You don't. You don't. You know. I truly believe in destiny. And those who understand and study astrology and, you know, get a birth chart reading, you will see how everything that happened in your life could already be predicted since the day you was born. Don't take my word. Brother Raku, look him up on YouTube. He also have a website. You can call this brother and get a 5-minute free reading. This is a master astrologist. I met him for myself. A lot of his information changed my life within an hour. He told me a lot of things about myself that there was no humanly way possible he would know just by looking at my birth chart, helping me understand that we have a destiny. Now, you can always go against that destiny and prolong it. You know, that's where free will comes in at. Yes, we do have free will. We have the will to accept or reject what's already coming for us. I know it sounds crazy, but those traumas, they were coming. They were coming if you liked it or not. It was part of our destiny, and that's why you have to accept it. Why neglect something that or reject something that you agreed to? Before you came to this physical plane. Don't be so hard on yourself, people. Don't be so hard on others. Only thing you can do is what I'm doing now, you know, accept that we all have faults and to speak about your faults in hopes that it help, you know, someone else. But the last thing we need to be here on earth doing is, you know, trying to tear each other down, pointing fingers. We all should be uplifting one another. Accept who you are, embrace who you are, love it. You know, if you want to sing and dance, just be you. Like I say, trauma is just because we're not accepting who we really are. We're not accepting our experience, and we're not accepting the reason we came here on earth. I'm grateful for my traumas. I'm grateful that I was critiqued as much as I was critiqued as a child. I'm grateful that I didn't feel unheard. It made me keep my mouth shut and to observe more and be able to understand more about life. It's hard to observe and understand things when you're looking at it and talking at the same time. Don't be so hard on yourself, people. You know, I've been away from YouTube for a while, but you know, I'm so excited to be back in front of you guys, speak on, you know, things that I know will change people's lives for the better. Not everybody gonna accept you. That's part of the balance. Not everybody gonna accept what you say. You're not gonna be able to help everybody. You gotta have balance, you know. You gotta have those who will and those who won't. With that being said, I'm about to continue to enjoy this beautiful day. You know, I hope you guys took something from this and apply it and do your own research. And just continue to be grateful for everything. Think about your traumas. Think about how they helped you. Because you're still here. Obviously, you're here for a purpose. That trauma didn't kill you. I'm able to speak to you guys right now because of my traumas, what I've learned going through those things. That's the beauty of it. With that being said, I'm out of here. I would appreciate for those who want to donate to my Cash App so that I continue to buy the necessary things I need to continue to uplift me, to pour into you guys, and to also to donate and help others. I appreciate your time and your presence. I'm grateful for you. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.